They may have lost some pieces. Devonte Adams gone, but it's still weaker conference in the NFC. They have Aaron Rodgers. Matt LaFleur has gone over in every single year that he's been a head coach. 13 wins all 3 years.
Yeah, and I think that's the play here, is you're looking at Matt LaFleur, his track record with Aaron Rodgers. They've always gone over this number. And again, looking at the division, the Detroit Lions, there's a lot of fight. You know, they show a lot of parity at times. The reality is the roster's so far away from being able to ultimately compete and beat Green Bay. I think, in my opinion, that it's not really likely. The Bears, first year, first time head coach. Same thing with the Minnesota Vikings, even though I think the Vikings roster is more intact and able to compete. So again, if you're asking me over under, I'm going to lean on the over here, given the recent history with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers, but also because it's Aaron Rodgers. And look at the rest of this division. Now, I got reservations about not having Devonte Adams. I mean, hell, the Packers haven't drafted a first-round wide receiver in, the past 2 decades? So they need to have an answer or something there. But the reality is, I think the safer play here is the over than the under.
This, to me, is the lock of all the win totals that we're doing. Take the over on this one. Because, who knew about Devonte Adams when he was coming out? Was he a lock? They're going to attack the deficiencies through the draft. I know they haven't taken one that high, and it's always been a complaint. But we also know that this draft is really deep at the wide receiver position. And maybe it's not even the first-round pick. I think it'll be multiple wide receivers. And I think the one guarantee you've got is that Aaron Rodgers makes every receiver around him that much better. I mean, he's playing at an elite level. MVP, back-to-back. It's super impressive what he's done. His play hasn't dropped one bit. I think, to me, especially you mentioned the division they play in, a lot of question marks around them. This, to me, is one of the easier picks for me that we had to do.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Packers at 11 wins and the LA Rams.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.